If you find yourself overstaffed, it's probably because at some point in the year you will need the number of workers that you have. You don't want to get caught understaffed when a big project comes up, so you take what seems like the lesser of two evils and hire more people than you really need throughout the rest of the year. At Veryable, we see this happen all the time. We work with companies to connect them with on-demand labor, which can enable businesses to escape overstaffing. Hi, my name is Adam Rubot. I'm the Manager of Operations Intelligence, and by the end of this video, you will know the costs and operational headaches that come with overstaffing and how you can avoid and escape these common problems by addressing the root cause. Here are some common problems caused by overstaffing. Offering unwanted time off. You may find yourself on many days where you may have too many people in the building, let's say 5 or 10 people extra that you actually need. So you try to offer that time off to employees, but you may only get 1 or 2 takers. Most employees do want to receive their 40 hours each week and they want to get their full paycheck. So what you find by the end of offering that unwanted time off, that you still are maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 people overstaffed even though you did offer that time off. Looking for any type of work to keep employees busy. When you find yourself running out of work, you're going to start putting employees on different job functions like cleaning, sanitation, and other indirect job functions where they're not helping produce units or ship units out of the building. This often leads to poor morale within the building as the employees want to be doing their direct job function that they came in to do instead of pushing around a broom or maybe other sanitation tasks. Reducing employee hours, which leads to poor morale. You may find yourself after a couple weeks of being overstaffed that you don't want to get caught in this situation again. So when you're planning for the upcoming weeks, you may actually look to cut employee hours from 40 hours to let's say 30 or 20 hours for the upcoming week. This often leads to poor morale throughout the workforce, which is an obvious situation as people want to get paid their full paycheck each week and receive their 40 hours. Cost per unit increases. What you're going to find when you don't have people doing direct job functions is that it's going to lead to more time in the indirect job functions. So what's going to happen is all of your different efficiency metrics and your cost per unit is now going to increase because you have more time spent in jobs that aren't producing units or shipping units out of the building. Flow of the operations becomes imbalanced. As you know, you always want to have work in front of every single employee to ensure that they are always staying busy in whatever job function they are performing. When you are overstaffed, it's very hard to keep the operations balanced, and you may find that many different workstations become dry throughout the day. This is an impossible task to keep up with when you have too many people in the building, and it also causes all of your efficiency metrics to then decrease. Here are a few tips on how to stop overstaffing your business. Stop planning headcount based only on averages. When you plan to your averages, you're going to find yourself understaffed or overstaffed many times throughout the year. Like we mentioned before, you probably are overstaffed during this period because later down the road you're going to need that many people. But what balancing on-demand labor with a full-time workforce allows you to do is to exactly match your demand with your headcount every single day. Stop backfilling your attrition. Studies have shown the annual turnover rate in warehousing jobs is roughly 60 to 70%. Now this doesn't mean that 60 to 70% of your workers are going to leave throughout the year. What this means, most likely, is that the bottom 10% and the top 10% of your workforce are most likely going to turn over 2 to 3 times per year. That means that you have a core 80%. And instead of always investing in backfilling the bottom 10% or the top 10%, you should be investing in your core 80%. And then you allow that other 20% to be filled through on-demand labor. Find an agile source for workers when needed. This is how you utilize on-demand labor into your operations. Whenever you do need extra workers in your manufacturing site or distribution center, this is when you use on-demand labor to exactly match your demand with your headcount every single day. Making the transition away from overstaffing. Demand is always going to fluctuate up and down, and when you're optimally staffed, you can utilize Veryable's on-demand labor platform to build out a flexible extension of your workforce so you're matching capacity to demand in real time. If you want to build flexibility into your workforce, create a business profile with Veryable and begin posting ops today.